Hey everybody, Buggy here back with another video. So this week I'm taking you along on a hunt at one of the oldest high schools in Omaha. So it's a spot I've already hunted several times before. However, due to some re-landscaping and not having gone over some areas very hard with old machines, there was a lot of cool stuff to be found. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So I've moved on to a pretty eroded area. Down there I see a coin. This hit terrible. There must have been iron in the hole with it, and I think that is a wheat penny. I think it's a wheat penny. It sure looks like one. Let's see what we have on the face of it. Huh. That is very, very difficult. But yeah, I do see 1 cent on it. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit, and if it's an older date, I'll loop you back in. If not, let's see if we get something else. So here's another piece of old stuff. This is just a little aluminum 4-hole button, but it's definitely got some age to it. It's been here a while, so let's see if we get something else. So just an update on this little button. It looked like it had some writing on the back, so I cleaned it up a little bit, and wouldn't you know it, it's actually got a patent date on it of December of 1924, so that is a super cool find. So let's see if we get something else. Well, it looks like we got another old coin. This one was way down in the tree roots, and I'm pretty sure it is another wheat penny. And there is 1 cent, so that is another wheat penny. Looks like a newer one probably, so let's see what we have for a date. The last one I dug out of this spot was a 53, and I think there's something coming through. I can't tell for sure. I think it's a 1940s, but if it is an older date, I'll loop you back in. If not, let's see if we get something else. It is about that time again. We've got us another penny down in the hole. This one though looks super green, and this dry dirt is just making it so tough to see what's on it. It's definitely a wheat penny, that is for sure, but I am not sure what the date will be on this one. I'm going to clean this up a little bit, and if it's an older date, I'll loop you back in. Well, this is about the best I'll get it in the field. It is super green, gonna be pretty nice cleaned up. There's the 1 cent on the back, but the date, 1930 with a Denver mint mark, so pretty old wheat there. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. Well, yet another pretty deep penny's been exposed. That is pretty green, so I'm hoping for a wheat on this one. That's Lincoln. And that is 1 cent, so we've got another wheat penny. And let's see what the date says on this one. That is tough, but if it is an older date, I'll loop you back in. If not, let's see if we get something else. Well, here it is all cleaned up, 1936 with an S mint mark. So I'm not sure what the mintage is on this one, but some of the 30s with the S mint marks are a little bit lower, but I'll take a wheat penny. So let's see if we get something else. Okay, so I had to open the plug back up. I don't know how you're gonna see it, but there is another coin down there, if I can get that out of there. And it is a penny, probably a wheat based on the age of that last one. And it is super, super crusty. Let's see what this side's got for us. Get that into the light maybe. Looks like a 1940, so another wheat penny. And there it is starting to come through on the back, but I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. Well, we've got yet another penny. This one looks green again, and I think I see 1 cent. So that is another wheat penny, and let's see what we have for a date on this one. It looks a little bit crusty, but I believe I see 1948. It's a cool find though. Let's see if we get something else. So this sounded just like a penny, and I just pulled up what I believe is some sort of piece of jewelry. It's got a lot of fancy on the back, and it says something. I don't think it's all that old, but that is still interesting, whatever this is. I think I'll need to clean this up a little bit off camera, and I will loop you back in. Well, here it is all cleaned up. It is definitely modern. It's got a 7-Eleven logo on it. However, this is from the U.S. Olympic Committee, so I'm not sure how this badge ended up where I found it, but it's definitely modern, but still a really cool find. Let's see if we get something else. So this one was like 1 inch deep, and it is just a Jefferson, but it's got an older date of 1958. It's actually in pretty nice condition. On the back, it's got a Denver mint mark, but it's a cool find. Let's see if we get something else. Well, it's been a while since I found one of these. That is some sort of marble sticking out of the ground. Oh, it's a big shooter. That is fantastic, and I cannot tell exactly what it is. It is super caked, but I'm going to clean this up a little bit off camera, and I'll loop you back in. So here's that marble all cleaned up. It is super, super weathered, but it is a little bit bigger in size, and I believe this is some sort of slag. I see some white filaments in the center, but it's a really cool find. Let's see if we get something else. So I just opened up a plug on a 97 signal. That's a penny, and I think I see 1 cent. So that's a wheat penny. That should not hit 97. They usually hit between like 88 and like 91. Let's see what we have for a date on this one. Looks like a 57. So I'm gonna put that into my pouch, and we're gonna go back with the pinpointer and see what we get. Might be something else down there. I'm gonna get that off camera, and if it's something good, I'll loop you back in. Well, this penny was pretty deep. Let's see what we got here. Hoping for another wheat, and that is definitely a wheat penny. So that is number 2 for today's trip to this spot. And let's see what we have for a date on this one. Probably a newer one if I had to guess. And I am struggling to see that one. I think I see 1940 something though, so still a cool find. Let's see if we get something else. Well, I thought I had a clad nickel. I gave it a wipe, and look at the date on that one. 1939, so a second year Jefferson nickel. Now if I flip this over and it has a mint mark on the back, that makes this a key date. Is there a mint mark? I can't tell, but I do not believe there is a mint mark, but that is still a fantastic find. I will certainly take that old of a Jefferson. So let's see if we get something else. So this one was way down deep. I see a nickel. It is just a Jefferson, but I'm holding out this is going to be an old one. Let's see what the other side has. Oh, that is an old one, 1940. So I will take that. It's a cool coin. Let's see if we get something else. Well, we've got us a very deep coin down there. It looks pretty green, and it is definitely a penny. And that is Lincoln on the front. Let's see what we got for a date on it. 1952, I believe. So good for a wheat penny, though. And there's your 1 cent to the back. It's a cool coin. Let's see if we get something else. Well, we've got us another pretty old-looking penny. I think that is, yes, that is another wheat penny. This one, again, looks like a newer one. It's probably 40s or 50s. Let's see what we got for a date. Oh, that's a little older than I was expecting. 1930 is going to be the date on that one, but I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. Well, here's another super deep penny. I already see 1 cent on it. And yeah, that is another wheat penny. Let's see what the date on this one gives us. Oh, that's an old one there. Looks like a 1918, I believe, if I can get that to focus. Yeah, 1918, but I will take that. Let's see if we get something else. Well, there's another green penny in the hole there. I think this one's another wheat. Certainly hit like one, and I believe that is 1 cent on the back there. Yeah, so that is another wheat penny. Let's see what we have for a date on this one. I am not seeing much. I think it's a newer one though. If it is an older date, I'll loop you back in. If not, let's see if we get something else. Well, it is nickel time. Look at that way down there. That is a buffalo nickel, it looks like. Yup, definitely a buffalo nickel. Let's see what we have for a date on it. Hopefully we have a date on it. A lot of these do come out a little bit slick. I think I see something poking through. Here's the back of it. I'm gonna clean this up a little off camera and I'll loop you back in. Well, here's just one more look at that buffalo nickel, and I'm actually going to take this into some better lighting so you can see that a little bit better. Here's the front of it. There's actually a date on it of 1916, so that's a pretty cool coin there. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. Well, looks like we got another old coin. I believe that is 1 cent, so that is another wheat penny out of this spot. And this one looks like it's going to be in pretty nice condition. Let's see what we have for a date on it. Looks like a 1940 on the dot. But that is a super cool find. I'll take it. Let's see if we get something else. Here we go again with the old looking penny. This one was down pretty deep again, and yep, that is another wheat penny. Let's see what we have for a date on this one. It looks like a 40 something, and we've got a 1947, but it's a cool find. Let's see if we get something else. Hey everybody, Bug Eater back with another wrap up from my hunt at a high school built in the 1920s. So here's my take from the hunt. I'll start off with the relics. I got under this modern U.S. Olympic Committee badge, as well as a white slag marble and a button with a patent date of 1924. Onto the coins, there were a ton of wheat pennies. The dates are 1957. I also got a 53, a 52, a 48, a 47, a 46, a couple of 44s, a 42, a 40, The older dates are a 1936 S, a 30D, a 30, and a 1918 being the oldest. I got onto some older Jefferson nickels, a 1958, a 1940, and a second year 1939. Sadly, it did not have the mint mark for a key date. And then one Buffalo nickel to send me home. The date on this one is 1916. And then here's the back of that coin. But that was my hunt, guys. Thanks again for coming along. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Bug Eater, signing out.